So today I'm gonna go over the 2025 Honda Odyssey Elite. So this is the highest package you can get on the Honda Odyssey. Basically what this video is gonna show you is just basically going over the features. So you just bought the car, you're trying to look at the car itself, or you might be considering buying a car like this. This essentially is gonna be a how-to guide on how to use your basic features, remote start, some other things as well. So hopefully you learn something. Any questions, comments, please let me know ahead of time in the comments, or you can subscribe and share the video. First things off, we're gonna go over the key fob. So this is your key fob you'll get with the Honda Odyssey. So on the back of it, you see number 1. The second key will have number 2 on the back of it. So what this key fob does, it actually saves your seats and your settings to the car. So if someone else is driving the car, they can have driver 2 and you can keep your main key. Your main key will have your settings saved to your whatever you choose to program it to, and driver 2 can change their settings, and then whatever key unlocks the car and turns it on, it will adjust the seat automatically for you. But first things off, we're gonna go over the remote start. The way you do that is you click lock twice, and then you press and hold the circle. Wait for a flash. When the car turns on, it will give you those multiple flashes indicating that the car is on. So the cool thing about this remote start, it takes the sensor that is used for the lane keeping assist, the lane departure, takes the temperature from the outside and makes it hot or cold inside. So in the winter time, it will turn on your heat, your front and rear defrosters, and also your heated steering wheel automatically. In the summertime, it will turn on your AC automatically for you. Let's say you change your mind, you don't want to go out anymore, you just press and hold the circle, just off the car. What I like to do in the summertime when it gets really warm and the heat is inside the car, I like to press unlock twice and I hold it. And the longer I keep holding it, the more the windows will go down. So I put the windows down and then I remote start the car. So then obviously in the summertime, the AC will turn on and get all the hot air out of the car. Another cool thing about the Honda Odyssey is you can open the doors on the back just by pressing holding it. Opens your passengers doors for you ahead of time. So in case you want to let the kids inside the car ahead of time, you can do that. You can open or close them. Okay. Here you have a way to open your trunk as well. You just press and hold this, open your trunk. But there's a couple of different ways you can open your trunk. So I just want to go over the key fob first. You close it from here as well. All right, first things off, we're gonna go over your handle. So the only times you really need your keys off for the Honda Odyssey is when you want to remote start the car, or you want to open the windows or open the doors ahead of time for your passengers. Other than that, it can take in your pocket, your purse, whatever you keep your keys. So right here, as long as you have the key in your pocket or purse, you have your locking mechanism here. So that locks the car right there, and then you slide your hand in to unlock it. So this is locked, this is unlocked. As you can see, there's a little key latch right there. So what this is for is in case the car ever dies, you still have a key on the key fob. So let me show you. So this is your key fob. There's a little square right here. So you press on it and then you pull on this corner. Oops. Just like that, and you have a key. So like I mentioned, if the car ever dies or anything, you need access to the car, you go lock and unlock it here. But one cool trick is if you you do lock twice, so 1, 2, and you hold it, all the windows start raising back up. So in case you change your mind, you don't want to go out anymore, you can automatically raise all the windows up doing this little trick. Okay, so like I mentioned, so as long as the car's unlocked, this will be open. So you're not capless, so you don't have a cap anymore. So you live anywhere like Illinois, we have winter here. You have a cap, it's sometimes a struggle to do that during the winter time, so now you don't have to worry. You just open it, put the pump in, when you're done, you close it, and then when the car is locked, this will be locked as well. So like I mentioned, there's a lot of multiple ways you can open the trunk on this car. So right underneath the H, there's a little bar here. You press on it, that will open your trunk right here. And then to close it, you can press this button here, and that will close it for you. That's another way to open and close your trunk. Since this is the Elite package, you will have the hands-free sensor. So the way you do it is right here in the H, basically right where this groove is, right underneath here, you want to do a kick motion underneath the bumper. So you can open it and then you can close it the same way, just like that. So one thing about the trunk, You can either go up or down because you can program the trunk. So all you do, let's say I want it at this highest setting, like all the way up here, and I want it to open on this side only. All I do is press and hold the button. I wait for 2 beeps, and it's programmed. And you can always change that. So some people have lower garages, they want the trunk to open as low as possible. Again, just press and hold, and you can program the height of the tailgate. You have a 12-volt outlet right here, and this is all your trunk space, which is a lot. It's pretty deep, actually. And the good thing about the Odyssey is you don't need the third row. All you do is you pull this, and then just put the seats down. Oops. Just like that. Now you have all this trunk space. Since we have the space open on the Elite, you have some sunshades right here for your passengers. You pull this down, and you put that right there. Some nice little sunshades for your rear passengers. You have 2 USB-Cs right here. You have another USB-C right there with a headphone jack and also a volume as well. All right, and then putting the seats back up is pretty simple. All you do is just throw them like that. You put the lever and adjust how you want the seat, so you can recline them as well if you want to. Same thing with this one. Oops. So you also have a middle seat belt right here. All you do is just take this out, and here's your third row seat belt. So the way this works, I'm actually gonna make it easy on myself. So the way you can set this up, you use this little bar right here. You put it right there. That locks in place, and now your third row seat belt works. Obviously, I'm gonna raise the seat back up. And if you ever don't need it, don't use it, don't want it, all you do is you grab this. This will be your little key. Right in here, there's a little gap. So all you do, you use this as a key, you wiggle it in there, and it comes out. And all you do is just store it right in here for you, for whatever you need it for. Okay, so space-wise, you do have plenty of space right here. You have a little pocket here, a little pocket right here for like a cell phone or something small here, or remote. Your entertainment system's right here. So now with Honda, with this new redesign or facelift, they updated the screen, so this is not a bigger digital display. Right here, you have your rearward camera, so you can see the cabin, which we'll go a little bit more on the front about. You have 2 USB-Cs here, and then you have your climate controls right over here. So one thing about the Odyssey, what much people like, is that you can remove this middle seat and make these captain chairs. So the way you do that, you pull this lever like that. So now you have it armrest in your cup holders. But then also, you can pull the lever right over here, and you can take it out. And the good thing is, let's say you buy it, you don't want the middle seat from the get-go, you can grab it, you go back to the back. Let's say you have a big thing in your pocket, all you do is just do this. And now you can store it right there, and you can take it home. Okay, another nice thing is you have little handles on the side, right here on the bottom. So right here you have a handle. So when you have that, you press it, you can move the seats. So in case you want one side to be a pathway for someone for the rear passenger to get on, they're more than welcome to do that. Or you can just separate the kids like that as well. You have your armrest here as well. So captain chairs. So now for the rear space, you actually have plenty of room for the back. So this is the back area. So you got plenty back space. About 6 feet. I still have a decent amount of knee room, and obviously not having this, I can be like this if I wanted to. But I still have plenty of space. Long road trip, I'll be able to handle this for a while. Okay, so now we're gonna go over this side. So you have your memory seats here, so 1 and 2 and set. So 1 and 2 is for whatever key you're using. So the way this works, pretty simple. So the way this works, you have your forward, your back, up, down. You have your back support, and then you have your lumbar support. So right underneath here, the cushion. So once you get yourself comfortable, all you do to program the seat is pretty simple. You click set and whatever key you're using, so 1 or 2. So in this case, we have 1, so it's programmed. You have your mirror controls here. And now with the Elite, you can fold down the mirror. So you press on the little button right here, they fold down. You have your lock and unlocked here, left or right for mirror controls. You can lock the windows, so no one can open their windows except for the driver. And the good thing is they're all automatic. So all 4 windows, so the front and the back windows are all automatic. Right here on the side, you have your buttons. So you have your open and close to open the doors. And then to close them. Open. And then close. So for whatever reason you don't like the power doors or you don't want to open them with the key fob, you can turn them off like that. They're not their manual. But I would recommend keeping them on. So like I mentioned, this is another way to open the trunk. So you press and hold this. Your trunk will open. And again, you can close it. So the Odyssey does come equipped with parking sensors. This is how you turn them on. You know they're on because you see the green light. You can turn them off just by pressing that. So when you go through the car wash, make sure they're off. And then when you're out of the car wash, just turn them back on. Right underneath here, you have your emergency brake. You'll pull it towards you. You pull it in, my bad. And then you know the emergency brake is on because you see brake right there. So there's 2 ways to take it off the emergency brake. You can either press the brake and then pull this up and it goes away. Or, let me turn it back on. Let's say you're ready to go, you're in a rush because you're late for work or whatever. All you do is put on your seatbelt and then you put it in drive or reverse or whatever gear you're in. And then all you do is just simply press the gas and it takes it off automatically for you. Alright, so now since I actually have it in reverse now, so this is your reverse camera. So when you turn the steering wheel, it will show you what direction the car is going. You have 3 different camera angles. You have, this is the wide view, this will be the normal view, and then you have the nice bumper view right there. So in case you're parking in the garage, you want to see how much room you got, you can see the bumper right there, and there's your parking sensors. So right here, it's for your cross monitoring sensors. So what that does, let's say you're in a grocery store, you're backing out from the grocery store and you have 2 bigger cars, you don't know what's coming. You will hear that kind of beeping and an arrow shooting on the direction the car is coming, just to let you know there's someone coming. You need a visual of this parking sensors. All you do, you press this. There's your visual right there. And then this is just in case you want to adjust the brightness of the screen, so you can make it dimmer or higher, whatever you want. So you have your speedometer on the right. You have a digital speedometer right there in the middle. And then this is right underneath there, tells you what mode you're in, so we're in normal. And then what safety features. So I have the cruise control, now it's off, now it's back on. Also for the lane keeping assist. Okay, so on the left it's actually digital. So the way that works, so you have your steering wheel right here, you have your home button. So you press this, you go up and down with this, and then you select something, you press on this itself. All right, so we'll go home. So your first one is your range and fuel. So that shows you what your range is, your average fuel, and you can always click the spinner right there and reset it to make it 0, so you can start from scratch with your average fuel. If you're ever racing the Odyssey, you want to keep track of your speed and time, you can do that right there. Your audio, I will show you what's playing. So right now I have it off. So if you're playing FM, AM, or reset you up with wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, you'll see that as well. Your phone, it will show you what phone's connected. Navigation, it will show you a compass, but when you have the navigation going, it will give you kilometers or miles of how much longer to your next turn or your exit. Seatbelt, you can see who has the seatbelt on, who has it off right there. Maintenance. So Honda recommends to do an oil change every 6,000 miles every 6 months. The good thing with the 2025 Odysseys, you get your first year covered. So 2 oil changes, 1 tire rotation. Tire pressure, so you can actually finally see what what tire needs air. So no more having to gas anymore. You can actually see it right there. Safety support. So this is where you turn on and off your safety features. So you have your lane departure, so the one that warns you when you're drifting away from your line. Your blind spot sensors, you can turn those off. They are located right over here. So this will light up orange when someone's in your blind spot. So you're in a 2-lane road, they will show you when someone's in your blind spot. If you start turning, it will beep at you, letting you know that. The safety features will go a little more in depth. I'm actually gonna go on a drive with the car and show you how to turn on like the lane keeping, how the lane departure looks. And then the last one is the pre-collision. The one thing I won't be able to show you, but the way that works is basically you're driving, someone brake checks you, you don't put attention, the car will basically show you on the whole screen brake. You don't put attention to that warning, the car will basically brake for you so you won't get into an accident. So it's really nice to have. So your lights are on default and automatic. So what that means, also your high beams are automatically. So don't worry if they go up, they go on, they're set up to automatic. In case you don't want to see nothing, you want to have a regular car with your um, just your cluster and everything. There you go. Now you have a regular car. You can adjust your brightness and you can customize the gauges. So you can take off, let's say you don't like to see the speed and time, you can take that off and then it will be off your home menu. Warnings, I will show you any warnings going on. For most people, just keep it in the range and feel. So right on this side, you have your volume up, volume down, your skip. So it will skip to your next preset if you're using the radio. And you're using Spotify with your CarPlay or Android Auto, it will skip to your next song, or iHeartRadio, whatever you use for music. Right on this side, you have your buttons for the lane keeping assist and the after cruise control. You know they're on because you see these logos displayed right there. And again, we'll use them so you guys can see how that works. Now you hit the steering wheel button, it's located right there. So you know it's on because you see the little orange light. Okay, so now we gotta go over the entertainment center. Okay, so now we gotta go over this stuff right here. So you have your sunglass holder, and in case you want to keep an eye on the kids, you have your little conversation mirror or a mirror to check on the kids, so you don't have to turn your whole neck anymore, which is really nice. So you have your sunroof controls right here. So you pull all the way back, opens the sunroof for you. You want to make it stop, just click it again, and then to close it, just go forward. That will close it for you. You want to tilt it, you want a little vent going on, you actually press on the button itself, and that will give you a vent. Right here is your light control, so we want to keep this in the middle. So when you open your doors, lights will come on, and then when you turn off the car, they will turn on as well. You have your regular buttons right here. So here, this is a dimming mirror. You know it's on because you see a little green light right there. That means it's on. You have your garage door openers right here, so you can program your garage door to open when you press this button. All right. So the main thing I want to go over on this entertainment system is a nice and convenient thing that you can get, which is wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. So all you do is you click on that, you go on your phone, you go to your settings, you go to Bluetooth, then we'll look for Honda Odyssey. Any car that has the wireless CarPlay will have the name of the car. So we'll click pair, allow, we'll click yes that we want to use Apple CarPlay. It's the same process for Android Auto as well. There we go. Once it's paired, you can put this on the side. So with this car, you actually get a wireless charging pair right here. So all you do is just, as long as you have a MagSafe case, you put it right there, and that will charge your phone. But so this is your CarPlay. So you have, again, we use Spotify, so we have it right there. We have your Google Maps. So in case you don't want to use the regular maps here on the car, satellite navigation is really nice in case you go somewhere where there's no phone service or anything like that. So it's nice to always have. But if you really don't go to the forest or anything where there's no phone service, CarPlay will be your best friend. Basically, if it finds a faster route, it will show you right there on the spot. So you have that destination, it will say, oh, this is a quicker route. I like it because it's more accurate. It gives you a faster route. It's faster. Now you also have access to Siri, so you can press and hold the talk button. Find me the nearest restaurants in Barrington.
You'll need to turn on location. One possibility I see is Region Kitchen Plus Bar on W Northwest Highway in Barrington, about 4 miles to your north.
So you can do that for restaurants. You can be telling Siri to call, text, or do anything for you. If someone sends you a text message, it will appear right here. You click on it, and then we'll read it out for you. So CarPlay's got to be like your best friend. Other than that, you still have your FM and AM radio right there. To set up a station, so you can click tune. You can click 107.5. Click enter. There you go. That's how easy I got to my radio station. To set up a preset is pretty simple. So I'm going to use 87.9. So to set this up, I'm going to press and hold this. There you go. That's how you set up a preset. You can add more if you want to right here in the corner, just like that. And in case you just want to see what's playing right now in our radio stations, you can click station list, and it will start loading everything around the area that's playing. Most of the time I like to use the HD radio than anything, but you can scroll through and see all the different radio stations, and then it will show you what's playing if it shows it right there. But you can browse around if you want to with FM. You do have AM as well. So your rear entertainment center, we gotta skip over this stuff. So with the rear entertainment center, they took away, for the new 2025, they took away the DVD or Blu-ray player. So the way they do now is you have a nice HDMI right here. So you have a Chromecast, a Fire Stick, or Apple TV. You can plug it in, and then it will stream right in the entertainment system I showed you earlier. You do have another USB right here. You have a little tray right here with a little hidden space right here if you want to use that, or now you can have this much space. If you want a spacer, just put this back in there, just like that. On the Elite, you also have more storage room right here on the corner. So for any tissues, you have a USB-A and a USB-C power outlet and a 12-volt outlet right there. Okay, so now back here, so we want to go over one thing is you can actually hook this up to, obviously with an Apple TV or anything, you need Wi-Fi, so you can do a hotspot with AT&T as well. Right over here, you have your cabin talk and your cabin watch. So let's say you take the kids to a road trip to somewhere they've never been. You want to give them like the little tour experience. You can click cabin watch. One, you can see the watch right there. In this case, you see Lewis right there. You see the fluffiness right there. It's really nice. But let's say you want to start giving them the tour. You click on the microphone. You turn up the volume. And now we can go around the city and start talking, giving you guys the tour. There's the bean right over there. There's the forest over there. So you can make it fun for the kids. Just like that. Okay, so now I'm going to go over your vehicle settings. So right there. So everything's going to be set to whatever key you're using. So whatever car unlock the car, it will basically, you'll be customizing the settings for. So first thing is the keyless entry. So when you put your hand inside the handle, you can click door unlock mode. So you can do your door only. So when you put your hand inside the handle, it will only open the driver door. Or you can do all doors, just like that. So when you put your hand inside the handle, it gives you a beep and a flash indicating the car's unlocked. If you don't like either of them, you're more than welcome to turn them off. If you ever move to Florida, you don't need remote start anymore. Honda actually gives you the option to turn it on and off as well. So now we gotta do your doors and windows. First one is your door lock. So you can have the car lock itself once you hit 10 miles per hour. I like this one, which is shift from P. So if I go to shift to reverse, neutral, drive, the car will automatically lock. So that means the moment I'm ready to go, everything locks right away. We'll do unlock mode. So you can have the doors unlock themselves when you open the driver door, when you go back to park, or when you turn off the ignition. Or if for whatever reason you want it manually, you can turn this off and you can unlock and unlock whenever you want to. I like it when you go back to park. So the way this works is reverse, everything's locked. Even if I put it in drive, everything's still locked. And let's say I get home or whatever, all I do is click park, everything's unlocked automatically. So it makes life way easier. Other than that, everything else in the vehicle settings, leave it like that. Manufacturer wise, makes it nice and simple. General settings, you usually want to go here when you want to go over your smartphone connection. So if you change your phone, you want to have your husband, your wife, or your kids into the CarPlay or Android Auto, you can connect up to 6 devices. The way you take off a old phone, so let's say you want to take care of Lewis's phone, I don't use that phone anymore, I can click delete, and then Carson opens the space up. Setting up a new phone is the same way we just did with CarPlay. All right, so right here you have your temperature control. So you have your control to go up and down for the temperature. If you're by yourself, make sure this is on sync, because that means whatever I change this side to, this too will change as well. But let's say I do have more passengers and I like it warm, but someone likes it colder, they can change it. And now also the rear passengers can change it right there on the back. So they can control that as well, right there. But let's say you have younger kids, you don't want them to play around with the temperature controls on the back, you can actually lock it. So if they press the buttons or anything like that, they won't be able to change anything. So it's locked for them. If you think they're responsible, you can click on lock and then they can play around with it, with the temperature. But if you're by yourself, again, sync, everything goes to the driver. So you have your auto. So this will adjust the fan speed automatically. So once it reaches that temperature, it will adjust the fan speed. So if I want it warmer, you gotta start hitting the fan going up, because you gotta try to reach that temperature sooner. And once it reaches the temperature, it will basically go down. You can always take control back by just pressing the fan speed right here. This is where the air is gonna flow from, right there. Your circulation, and then your AC on and off switch. You have your front and rear defroster, when not your side mirrors as well. So when you turn on the rear, your side mirrors are also heated, so they will start defrosting, and you don't remote start, it will turn that on automatically. You can do the rear climate control, so you can change it for the kids manually if you want to from here. You have ventilated seats and heated seats on the car, which is really nice. In case you don't like the car turning off when you come to a complete stop, the idle stop, you can simply press this and that will turn it off. The catch is you have to turn it off every time you reset the car. You have a snow mode, so this will adjust the car's traction a little bit to give you basically be able to drive in the snow a little easier than anything. You have your eco mode, save a couple miles in gas. You're taking a long trip, you want to get as much fuel efficiency as you can, you just do that. Your hazard lights are right here. And you have your drive, but a second click will make it go into sport mode. Okay. One thing I did forget to go about, let me go to park. It's the walk away auto lock. That's the one thing I did forget to go over. Walk away auto lock. So what this is, basically the moment I turn off the car, I have the keys with me. The car will give me one beep. Once I walk about 5 to 10 steps, it gives me a second beep that's saying the car is completely locked. So before we actually take this for a drive and show you how to activate the safety features or how they look, I'm actually gonna show you how to walk away auto lock next. And so we'll do that right now. Actually, let me turn it off. I'll borrow the phone from Lewis real quick. All right, so I'm home. I'm ready to go. So I check my back seat. I got the key in my pocket, purse. Close it. One beep. Let me walk about 10 steps. There you go. Car's locked. Now, let's say you leave the keys inside. They fall out of your pocket for whatever reason. All you do is just, let's say you leave it right there. For example, it fall off my pocket. You walk away. I don't hear any beeps. So that means, oh, I left the key inside. So grab it. Close the door. One beep. Walk away. Car's locked. Okay. So now we're actually going to take the car out for a spin. Show you guys how to activate the lane keeping assist and the adaptive cruise control with the slow speed follow up. Show you how that works. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, guys, so now we're actually gonna take the car out for a spin. So basically, I'm gonna show you how to use the adaptive cruise control and the lane keeping assist, and also show you how the lane departure works. Okay, so I'll show you the lane departure first. So we're gonna start heading out. So the way the lane departure works, let's say you're driving. Okay, so we'll activate the adaptive cruise control, the lane keeping assist. So once I have it running, I'm going to speed. So at least the minimum speed required is 45 miles per hour. And if you see the two lines that appeared, so they will only appear where you're going the required minimum speed, which is 45 miles per hour. So that's a way to let you know. So once the sensor detects it, you'll see those two green lines. So we'll wait for the light. I mean, for a V6, it has nice pickup for an Odyssey. And then once you get used to the car, it legit doesn't feel like you're driving an Odyssey. I feel like I'm driving like a car or a Passport, like what I drive. So I'm right there. So there you go. Lane keeping assist. So right now the car is what it's doing is keeping me centered. So I'm not touching the car. I'm not touching the steering wheel. The car is doing that. So you can see it move right there. It will actually do slight turns for me. I won't recommend doing this. I'm just really comfortable with the car. But as you saw, it's gotta help you steer. So you don't have to be holding the car the whole way. So now the way the cruise control works, if you have it on, you will set your speed. So here is 50 miles per hour. Just like that. So you have both on, you're taking a long road trip or anything like that. Oh, it's actually 55. There you go. So as you can see, there's a little car right there. So there's no cars in front of me. Once a car is detected, that will be filled in with a little car. The lines behind it is the gap between me and the car in front of me. So if you want a short distance, a short gap, I can do that. So hopefully we can come across a car soon and you'll see the little car pop. So this is the adaptive cruise control with low speed follow-up. So what that means, let's say I'm driving on cruise control, the car in front of me is going the same speed I'm going, but all of a sudden it goes down to 45 miles per hour. The car will automatically adjust the speed that way. Once he picks up, it goes back to whatever I set the speed to. But if you have this, you're taking a long trip, it's really nice because you really don't have to do anything. You can just keep your hands like this on the steering wheel without having to steer it. The car will do it for you. It's just the car needs to know that you're putting attention on the road, so it wants to make sure your hands are on the wheel. So I'm going to shake it a brake because the light's coming up, but I'll catch up to the car and then I'll set up the cruise control so you guys can see how that works. So 55 is the speed limit. It shows me 65 right there as well. So there you go. One back to 55. We'll set up cruise control. There's the car right in front of me. I already detects it. So just like that. So the car is doing the slight turn for me, which is kind of crazy. Let us scary in the beginning, but see, hands required. So the car wants to make sure that you're putting attention. If not, it will turn it off just like that. Just like that. See, the car is pretty much doing everything. I just have to put my hands in there so it knows I'm putting attention. If I raise the speed a little bit, it will go that speed, but it also takes in consideration the car that's right in front of me. Just like that. And then we're getting close to 60 miles per hour. The cabin noise control is pretty nice because you don't hear a bunch of the outside road noise. Oops. So this is the scary part. When you have the car doing the adaptive cruise control, it's getting used to the car adapting itself. So as you can see, it's decreasing the speed already. And it's detecting the car in front of me, braking. But if you don't, there's your pre-collision system right there. So again, you always want to put attention to this stuff. It's nice to have, but you always want to put attention. The sensor can only work so much. So that's why Honda still wants you to put attention when you're driving. It's nice to have the extra features, but again, put attention to the road. It's here to help you. It's not here to do the driving for you, unless you're buying a Tesla. But that's a whole different story. But you guys have any questions, any thoughts? Please let us know in the comments. If you guys can share this video or give me feedback what we could do better, let me know. Okay. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.